drop in a note to me or anything. Alright? First thing that you need to do before you get on to the digital transformation is understand the impact, right? What will it do? Before understanding the impact, don't get into the project. If you don't know what your customer service on social media will do, then for God's sake, don't get involved there, right? Let us say you own a retail company, right? Let us say you own, for example, there's a very good fashion brand, which I don't want to name it, but it's a UK fashion brand, which created its new Twitter customer support team and made a huge press release saying that starting today, all our customer queries will be answered on Twitter, right? First indication for any smart guy who knows digital is, these guys are idiots to even make a press release, because whole world has been doing it from last 5 years and today you are coming and making a press release, which kind of gave me a hint that these guys are trying to experiment with social media and this is the right time to take them on ride. And all you do is you then start following them, buy a product and then start tweeting saying that, this is such a horrible product. What I saw and what I ordered and what I got is a pathetic experience, right? You are the most expensive premier fashion brand and this is what you do to your customer, I am hurt, right? And then 4 such tweets go, they panic. And then you get a tweet saying, "Hey boss, ye kya kare? What are you doing, right? What is your problem?" And you say, I just bought a wallet for probably $30 and this is like worth nothing. I mean, I'm so pissed, I'm so hurt. They will say, what, here is a gift voucher for $500, please stop doing this. Don't create havoc, right? So, you need to understand what is the impact, right? Don't just, because the whole world is doing social media customer service, don't just go and say, I also want to create a social customer service and then put up a Twitter handle and make a press release out of it. So, any project, right? I mean, anything in life, whether it is your professional career or personal, you need to know the impact before you get out of any new engagement, commitment. So obviously there are a lot of ambiguities. Do I do my customer service on social or non-social? Do I do my selling on social, non-social? Do I need to engage with my prospects on social or non-social? Every time you have an ambiguous question, or every time you know that there are more than one option, sit with the team, consult an advisor, consult a specialist, and come up with a very solid option. Don't do anything which may kind of eventually land up the whole organization or the team in trouble, right? So while we are kind of discussing all this, I don't know if you guys. So is this class like specialized in digital marketing, or what is this batch?
Yeah, most of us are from marketing.
Marketing?
Yes.
So is digital marketing a program for you?
Yes, next year. Maybe in the
next year.
Next year. We are going for our internships in the next one.
Internships have started?
It will start from the month of April.
3rd of April.
April, okay. So some of the terminologies that you should know, which are like very basic, we can talk about this if there is time. Social commerce, social listening, obviously digital transformation that we are learning, right? Social engagement, BVI, brand visibility index, social quotient, online quotient, obviously social customer service. So these are some of the terminologies that you probably may want to go back, Google, read what it means and all that. It will kind of eventually help you. Next. So how do you create a roadmap? Understand the dynamics of digital transformation. See what it holds for you, your organization, your company. Analyze the impact on the whole industry per se, and also you as an organization, right? Understand what will be the impact. Create a proper roadmap with what are the deliverables, what will you do, who is the leadership team, how will they do, and then once you have the agenda, make sure that you kind of define milestone and start doing things, step by step, right? I mean, this is very obvious like any project management tool, but just that it involves digital everywhere. So this is how it used to be, right? You have a whole corporate strategy, you have a whole company strategy, and digital is a small portion of it. Now today, there is a whole digital world and your company overall corporate strategy is a small part of your digital strategy, right? So this is the business and digital was one arm. Now it is the digital is at the core, and then you have different business functions. There is digital, then there is HR, then there is, I think in the next slide, how it is cutting across. Yeah, so next slide. Okay, so there is a slide I'll show you where there are all the departments of the organization and digital cuts across, right? HR, employer branding, employee branding, social hiring is all about digital, right? Marketing is obviously everything digital. Sales, it's all about knowing your customer demographics, your sales battle card, everything through digital, right? Finance, it's all about QuickBooks, Salesforce, SAP, Salesforce.com, all your CRMs, everything is digital, everything is on cloud. So there is no there is no department of an organization that does not involve digital, right? So the guy you see here is the CEO of the Forrester. Can you kind of someone read the whole sentence for me loud? Yeah, go ahead.
If you can't understand the new world of digital, fire yourself. Build an executive team that is digital first. When problems arise, the first solution is always digital. Make sure there is a techie on the board of directors. If the board of directors has a low IQ, the company will have a low digital IQ.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that also show you the opportunity that you have?
Yes.
Right? I kind of love this guy because he kind of created a lot of opportunity for people like me who are not very smart programmers, who are not very smart skilled. But because someone like him is threatening the world, there are people who are like kind of giving us extra respect that we don't actually deserve. Right? So this happened in one of the Forrester conferences, huge, controversial. I mean, I don't specialize in anything, as I told you. I'm an advisor to UN on social and digital transformation for all the Southeast Asian countries. There are 9 close to $1 billion companies which are listed in US, in New York, where I'm one of the board of advisors, right? And almost everybody else in the board is a Dadaji, right? So when we walk into the boardroom, there are all these people who are talking about my grandson will now be going to SFO to do his bachelor's, or you know my daughter is about to deliver a baby and all that, and I'm a small kid sitting in some corner talking about digital. The whole reason why they are even tolerating someone like us sitting in that entire boardroom is because people like Forrester and Gartner are telling, "Ready, if you don't know digital, fire yourself. Your company will not exist." Right? Hire people on digital. So what does this mean to all of you? This means you are in a fast-paced environment. You are in a fast-paced time where if you do set of things right, for you to become a digital marketing manager to a chief marketing officer of a large enterprise should not take more than 5 years. I mean, if any of you have a dream or if you have this wish of wanting to be a CMO 20 years from now, then go find a job in the bank, right? Don't get into corporate. I mean, if you are thinking that I want to be a CEO 15 years from now, then no, you're wrong. You are living in probably the previous generation. It is 5 years, right? Do right set of things, learn right set of technology, tool, process, and you will see yourself going places where you cannot even imagine. And this is a proof, right? You look at an average, you look at all the $1 billion companies, right? You can probably take this as an assignment. Look at Amazon, look at Uber, right? Look at Ola, look at any of these multi-billion dollar companies and look at the member on their board. You will at least find 10 smart guys who are all savvy, who are all SMEs, who are all great folks, who are either digital savvy, digital advocates, and they are on the board. So you are at a right inflection point where you do right set of things and your career will boom, right? I'm sure you know all these things, right? So Travis was here in Hyderabad. So how many of you are associated with T-Hub, with the CII, with Toastmasters, with all of this? CII. Okay. So make sure that you kind of participate in these organizations because that's where you get the exposure. Travis was here. Travis spent 8 hours in T-Hub, right? At 2 different intervals, right? Imagine CEO of Uber coming, sitting next to you and kind of talking to you. Travis also gave an offer to a bicycle company called Limitless, based in T-Hub. He has ordered 250 bicycles to be delivered for his Singapore market, right? Imagine, I mean, people who's who in the market are today coming, sitting in T-Hub and giving lectures. All that it takes for you is book an Uber, book an Ola, go sit there, take a pen, take a notebook, kind of, talk to them, socialize with them, take their business card, send them a thank you mail, connect with them on LinkedIn. Make sure you do everything that you do today on your LinkedIn, on your social media, in your career has to be directly aligned with what is your goal 5 years from now, right? So I'll open my LinkedIn and show you. I have 6,800 connections. Of 6,800 connections, 5,100 are CXOs. And of those 5,100, 3,200 are all from Fortune 500 companies. The moment I get an invite which says software programmer in Infosys, project manager in Wipro, I feel very bad, but I just ignore, right? I just say I don't know this person because I don't want to connect, right? Today, if you are wanting to build your LinkedIn, start socializing with people, connecting with people who will either give you a job, who will be your client, who will be your next employer, or who will be someone that you want to replace 3 years from now, right? So, for all your personal stuff, for all your, friends and all of this, use Facebook, that's fine. But but LinkedIn, keep it very, very professional, and it should be aligned with what your goal is, right? Your LinkedIn headline should say an aspiring international finance controller. If you are doing your MBA in finance, don't write first year MBA finance from NMIMS trying to hunt for a job. No. Just say aspiring international finance controller in $1 billion enterprise. It's okay to make tall claims because that is when it will catch attention. Otherwise, there are 2-3 million students in India who are currently doing MBA full time. Right? Try to see how do you differentiate yourself. So this is the digital leadership we are talking about.